So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RVEDA Astrology. And today I have Himani. So, Himani is a professional tarot reader and she is the owner of Silver of Shadows. It's an Instagram page. So, do check out her posts. They are awesome, full of information, and you would learn a lot about tarot cards. Okay, so it's almost like a course on tarot. If you really go through her page, it's like a course on tarot, and you'll learn a lot about tarot. Okay, and yeah, so today Himani will teach every one of us about tarot cards, and I'm going to ask her really difficult questions so that I can bring the best out of her knowledge, right? So let's begin. So Himani, I
Sure.
hope I could do some justice to the introduction.
I'm going to do my very best.
Okay. So Himani, let's start with this history of tarot. So कहाँ से आया ये?
Okay.
मतलब origination क्या है? So where from the tarot began? Egypt, Italy, France?
So, one of the known tarot का जो vision है, that is from ancient Italy. You cannot say properly it was ancient Italy, but the predictive nature or using tarot for fortune telling and not only using tarot as a playing card, because it was initially it used to be a deck of playing cards like we see where we have diamonds and a usual playing deck card that we have, right? So it used to be that earlier, and people started to you know got very curious and started to use that as a tool for predictions. So
So
in
like
the
the
very
normal
earlier form of,
like the normal playing cards that we have,
yes,
normal playing cards.
yeah, very similar. So this
Okay.
was the very one of the very first few tarot card deck
Is this not the
that
Marseille
was
tarot?
used to, yeah, it's an ancient Italian tarot.
Okay.
It's a deck
Okay.
of ancient Italian tarot.
Okay.
So I've taken almost every deck out today because I just want to give the maximum that I can, make the people understand, curious about tarot, learn more about tarot.
Okay.
So this was one of the tarot cards that were used earlier. So you see how it is different from tarot that we use today.
Yeah, that was designed
No,
by Pamela Coleman Smith, right?
there is no symbols. It only has pentacles. It has cups and it has wands and it has swords. That is it.
So
Look at this.
no major arcana.
No images. No, there was major arcana. I
Okay.
only show you the minor arcana. But there was major arcana because what did people do? They started to realize. They realized the channelers, the people who were in divination, the people who were in Vika, not Vika, I cannot say, but Italy people did use cards for future telling, and they saw that there were several stages that people used to go through. So this is that the very first uh,
Okay.
major arcana. Look at
Okay.
this. This is the Empress. It's very different what we see in today's tarot card.
Okay.
It's very different.
It's really
The
ancient.
imagery
It's
itself
ancient.
is a lot. It's very ancient.
So
But some
like
of
so
yeah,
like just one question. So the origin country is Egypt or Italy?
no, it's even India. India has
India
its
had
own,
tarot.
yeah. India used to have its own tarot card deck of tarot cards, and even tantra was used. The cards were used as a mean of connect to the divine and the spirit
So,
realm. So
so
this,
where are those
there
Indian
was an
cards today?
Indian version of a tarot
Okay.
cards. There was an Indian version of the cat tarot cards. They were not, the symbols were not present in like vertically. They were
Okay.
present. There used to be
Horizontal.
a picture. There used to be an explanation. That was our Indian version, which is not. We don't get to like
So there is
see
like
that. We are not.
so is there no answer to this question? Like which is the origin country? Whose culture is this?
There is not a specific. I would say because uh, I would say because there was a wave going on. People really got curious about human life and they wanted something more out of life. They wanted to understand it. They wanted their challenges they wanted to understand their challenges better. They wanted to learn more. uh, they just wanted to understand if there is something beyond just human existence.
So
If there when people talk about gods, gods are different.
yeah,
This is does not this is not something that goes with God. You can do the prayer and then connect with the god, but this was not originated. This was totally created by human beings and spiritual people.
psychics.
And yeah, Celtics, you can also say Celtics had their own meanings. They did not use cards, but they have other like stones they used to.
Yeah, rune
Runes
stones.
were their
Runes.
mean.
I use rune
Runes
stones.
were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah. So one thing. So after that, around 1905, Pamela Coleman Smith, she designed the latest radar weapon, right?
Yeah,
Like
with
this.
a
This is
weight.
the day.
Yes,
This is the day that we see
yes.
on a
That
daily basis,
where
right?
did mine go?
Yeah, yeah,
Yep, I
yeah.
use
Yeah, this is
mine
my
is
favorite
very
one also.
overused.
Yeah, this is my favorite one
Yes,
also.
this is.
Okay.
I like the borderless the
Yeah. Okay,
version
you
of it.
like the borderless. Yeah,
I like it.
that's excellent.
Yep,
So
it's easier
so
for me to read.
yeah. So who was
Yeah.
she? Who was Pamela Coleman Smith? Was she a great psychic?
She was she was a psychic. She uh she was sort of a spiritualist, a master. She was
Oh,
into learning more about the spiritual side of uh, you know uh, existence. She used to channel spirits. She used to do a lot of seance also.
can we call
And
her the
I
master of tarot? So the best
yeah,
tarot reader ever?
definitely she was after AE. She definitely was.
Okay.
Not just with tarot, she is associated with a lot of aspects of witchcraft and Wicca. Now, there is a difference between witchcraft and Wicca. Some of the Wicca is also because I've seen people worship her.
Okay.
So she is a preferred, yeah, because so yeah, she is. But yeah, she definitely changed and gave us the tarot that as we know today.
Okay.
It does not have as we saw in this the ancient tarot deck. It has only the images of
It's
cups,
like the
five
four
of
of
cups, so you
cups.
will
Yeah.
see five of cups. Yeah,
Okay.
it's totally different here. It has more meaning, it has more symbolism, it has more colors, it has like the picture imagery and symbols in the behind, which helps a
Which
lot
helps
when the
us. Which
person
helps
comes,
us.
which helps immensely when you really want to understand the situation and the condition that the person is, the challenges that they are carrying with them. It helps immensely. Like, you wouldn't see a hand in the original tarot deck. You wouldn't see a hand, you wouldn't see this. No, it's just a sword. The entire meaning of tarot was changed. So that is something. But yeah, a lot of from the ancient tarot was carry over. I would say the whole major arcana was carried over to the new tarot deck that we know, right? It's totally,
It's
though
the
the pictures
it's
and
the
colors
judgment.
and the imagery is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
The judgment.
judgment card. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, we have seen even beautifuler decks.
Yeah. 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 There
So
are
it's
many. There are many. There are many nowadays.
many.
So
Yeah,
like
so it was
okay. So many
yeah, the
Indians.
tarot.
Okay. Sorry.
Mhm.
Sorry. No, I'll begin. So many
So tarot
Indians in
was
general.
originally, oh my god,
Indians in general.
you
Okay.
go.
Okay. So originally tarot
Okay,
was from Italy.
yeah,
Okay.
according to me it came from Italy, but yeah,
Okay.
it was highly used because the deck that we use today, because it matches a lot with the ancient Italy tarot. So I think this जो इसका मेन जो ओरिजिनल है, that is Italian tarot. Yeah.
So many Vedic astrologers. Okay. So I'm also a Vedic astrologer, and many of my clients
I know.
they doubt the potential of tarot. Okay, but when I
Yeah.
tell them, so I am using these concepts, Tithi Pravesh and stuff, all the prashna, but with the help of prashna I can only ask one prashna at a time, right? With the
Mm-hmm.
help of tarot, with different decks, I can really ask 10 different questions at the same time. So it really
Sure.
helps. Okay, it really helps. And
It does.
I often tell people that there is no other technique which is more accurate than tarot. The cards never lie. They never lie.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
have not seen them lying even once to me. Okay, and I
Yes.
have ignored I have ignored the warnings coming from the oracle, and I have suffered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I doubted it, but it is not. It
We
is
all
always
have.
true. Everyone has, everyone has, right?
Everyone has.
Everyone has. So yeah. Oh, so sometimes I think, oh, the cards are wrong. Okay, but
Yeah,
no.
that cannot happen, and then we witness it happening.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
like
it's
going to
a
the
way,
next.
it's a tarot's way of making us humble, I guess.
So going to the next
Hmm.
question. What is the difference
Okay.
between major arcana and minor?
So, what Major Kana is all about? It shows the journey of a human being, the stages of life that a person goes through, and it is same for everyone. We start from nothing. We start from inspiration.
Yeah,
We sometimes act like fool.
yeah,
That's a tarot card. We know it's a fool card.
yeah.
Sometimes we just feel we have all the potential, every passion, every resources at our disposal,
Yes, yes.
and we just want to work and get started, working and going forward and move forward and take action. That is magician card. Sometimes we feel that we are full of creativity, we want to create something, we want to add something to the world. That is empress card, right?
Okay.
And so on and so forth. We also see there is tower card, there is devil card, which is like so scary. People get so scared of these cards, but they don't understand, if we do not have challenges in our life, if we do not have setbacks, if we do not have fallbacks,
Then
how
you
would we
can't grow.
learn?
Then you can't grow.
How would we learn? And it is a beauty it is the point of realization where we actually see that there is a beauty in life, there is a happiness in life. And sometimes these things are supposed to happen, these things are necessary to uh, you know to happen, so that we can learn better and be better and grow better. So
So
yeah, it shows a journey from fool to world. It's the journey of a human psyche, the growth that we see, the
fool to
challenges that we
magician,
feel.
like fool to
Yep.
magician. Okay.
Fool to the world card.
Fool to the world.
It's
Okay.
yeah.
So the most, so people get terrified. Okay, people do get terrified when the devil comes, but I don't think devil is that bad when the devil comes, or when the tarot or
Yes.
when the tower comes. But people
Uh-huh.
do forget that even more, so even more than death, tower, and devil, there are sword cards, right? So five of
Yes.
swords, three of swords, and that is
Yep.
like the most negative set, the sword cards, right?
Hmm.
So today
Hmm.
I would request you to share some knowledge regarding the sword cards. So
Okay.
okay, so
Do
let
you
me
want me to go by
one by
sequence, or
one,
can you just?
one by one. We can go through the sword cards. Okay, so and
Okay. Let's.
arbitrarily we'll do it in an arbitrary manner. Okay, so first
What's that
yeah, arbitrary manner means
arbitrary?
yeah. So let's start with this four of swords. What do you think about it?
Okay. So Four of Swords is all about taking a step back.
Okay.
It's a point. It's time to reflect. It's time to meditate. It's time to relax. It's time to give time to yourself. You
Oh,
see, you have done your best in the previous card, which was Three of Swords.
yes.
You were hurt. Now it's time to relax and heal your body and heal your mind, and let the because you can see in the behind, in the Four of Swords card, there is a church window.
Yes. Yes.
So it's the time to connect with yourself. It's time to like find your roots. It's time to become the person, get attached to the divinity, get attached to the God, and let yourself heal. Be at peace. Wait, it can be confused a lot with the hanged man because it says the similar things, but hanged man is a total different. But it is a very similar card comparatively to the hanged man. But you have to wait. Take your time. Give it like at least couple of days. Let your body heal. Let your thoughts, sort. Only when it has happened, then move forward. Then take a decision. That the time that when you are going to let your body heal and mind get at rest, only then you are going to make the best decision for yourself.
So now the next
Okay.
card would be the Two of Swords. What is it?
Oh my God, I cannot relate to this tarot card. I have struggled with this particular card
Okay.
for
Okay.
so long. One of the important thing about tarot card is the symbolism. Look
Okay.
at the ocean that is behind that lady,
Okay.
right? The moon in the sky.
Hmm.
Okay, the twilight, not even sunset. It's not sunset. It's the night time, but not fully night time because the sky is not dark. It's a little blue, a teal. So it's a time of a twilight. So there is no one around. Everybody goes home. There is nobody wants to stay out in the evening. They've done their work. They have done their part. They have worked all day. Everybody has gone home. All the birds and all the animals have returned home, and there is total silence, right? And then there is moon. That means there is the factor of emotions getting hurt,
Okay.
right? The because what does the moon do? It balances us. It influences us. It influences our emotions. It blesses us, right? The blessings of moon increases and not decreases, I wouldn't say, but our capability definitely increases and decreases with the moon, especially our mental health jo hai, right? So when the moon is there, consider the moon, consider the ocean, the symbology. What do we say that? So it's rocky, it's not smooth. The water behind that lady, it's not smooth. That means the journey is not going to be the smoothest. Now
It is
दो
like
हमारे पास चीजें आ गई.
it is like
दो
being
हमारे पास
torn.
चीजें आ गई. One is, yeah,
Please go on. Go on. Go on.
yeah. So journey, the decision making, it's not going to be good for you. It's going to be very troublesome. The process itself is going to be very troublesome. Okay? And then there is two swords going like this. Growing where? Growing across your heart. Going across
Okay.
your heart,
Okay.
across
Okay.
your chest.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
what she's doing? She's trying to keep a balance. What does it mean? The decision that she's trying to make, the choice that she's trying to make, it's so difficult for her that she's trying. She's terribly trying not to make that choice. So nothing's get disturbed. But what she's doing, she's holding it like that. And what's going to happen? Because there is a factor of time, because the moon is there, because it's wane and waxes in in 15 days, 2 weeks, jo bhi hai, she's going to get tired, and one of the sword is going to fall.
Oh
So
my
she
God.
has to make a she has to make a decision. She can keep postponing it. She can choose to not make a decision, but eventually the decision is going to be made, and it is not be it a good decision or a bad decision, or whatever the person who is coming for a reading, is it good for her or bad for her, good for him or bad for him, but there is going to be a decision made, and it is going to be uh, possibly within the timing of 2 weeks, because the moon is there, and it is not
Ah,
going to be an
excellent.
easy journey of making that decision. So this so tarot card says it all, and she does not want to confront the decision. That's why she's wearing a blindfold, right? She's wearing a blindfold because just she doesn't want to be responsible of making a decision, because she knows she will hurt someone. She might
Either
make
way,
a bad decision.
the heart is going to be broken. Either way, the heart is going to be
Yeah,
broken.
not necessary. Sometimes, most of the time, the card comes up when the choice that we're making is very hard for me. That's why we are taking the maximum time that we can take, right? So most of the times, I have seen the cards coming up in a difficult situation. Most of the time, it has been in their relationship readings where there is always a question of whether be with the person or not to be with, because that is toughest for all.
And now the
Yeah.
next card is the card that I'm personally most terrified of. This is the card I do not like at all. Guess
Okay.
which sword card is that?
Ten of swords,
No,
five
it's
of
five
swords,
of swords. Yeah, this
five
is
of
the one
swords.
that
Yeah, it's
I'm most
one.
scared.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. There is a yoga in Vedic astrology, because I have learned Vedic astrology myself. I sometimes do Vedic astrology readings when
Yeah.
I'm asked. So this card is the exact representation of Vipreet Raj Yoga.
Okay.
You know what happens in Vipreet Raj Yoga?
Yeah.
If one wins, the other loses.
Yeah.
If the other is losing, only when the other is losing, the other person is gaining.
Someone has to go down.
Right? Someone has to go down only when the other person is going to come up. It's
Yeah.
the same thing is happening in card. If you look at the people in the behind, the figures in the behind, what they do? Their faces in their hands. They're not happy that they have lost. They're sorrowful. And only when they have lost, the person has come victorious. So what does it mean? When it shows up in our reading, it means there is going to be a victory. Either you are going to lose. It depends on the other cards that have come up in the reading,
Surrounding
or what
cards.
other cards are. Yeah, you know, uh, are coming next to the card and supportive. We call that supportive card. So other cards. So this will show whether you are going to win or you are going to lose, right? So yeah, it is one of another very important and very critical card in tarot decks when it comes to having sports cards. Yeah.
Now,
So yeah, good job, Anubhav. I'm feeling challenged.
yeah. That is why I'm not following a chronological order, so that
Yeah,
your mind doesn't work like कि अच्छा अब तो 4 आ रहा है, अब तो 5 आ रहा है.
but
Okay.
Pakka.
Okay. Okay.
It's totally fine.
Like this is the card that I like a lot. Okay. So
Okay.
this is the Page of Swords.
Amazing
Yes.
card. So what does the page card tell?
Sorry. Oh,
Yeah,
you are asking
it's
me
our
new
no
ideas.
no no no. You don't. You tell me, what does a page mean?
Yeah, it's a young child, young boy. So between the age group of ten
Yes,
to 16.
yes.
So it's
So
like
what
that.
do we do when we are young? We
Yeah,
make mistakes.
we make mistakes. Yeah, we do.
We make mistakes. So whenever there is a page card, there is a warning. You are being
Okay.
warned. You are being asked to pay more and utmost attention. So what's happening here is he's holding a sword. What does a sword mean? It means communication, your intelligence.
Yeah,
Okay, it's a caution.
yeah,
When you're making a decision, it's a caution. Or the situation when you could get hurt and you have to really mind it, like tread carefully, right? So what that person is doing, first of all, it's trying to stand on one feet. Can you see?
yeah.
It's leaning on one leg. So what are you doing?
Lots of
You're being
initiative,
very
lack of
playful.
experience.
Yeah, it could also be that, but you are, yes, I mean, yeah, because we are lack of experience, so we are being very careless. We
Similar
are
to the
being
Fool
careless.
card. Similar to the Fool card.
No, no, not similar to the full card. Because there is a lot because there is a sword of sorry, energy of the sword. It changes. Full card has a lot of energy of a wand, actually, a wand card, because he carries a baton. So what happens with the page of sword? It learns from its mistakes. It's a dreamer.
He's
Very
a
similar to Four of Cups.
okay. Okay.
Very similar to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next card is the Justice card. I mean, it is not like not a part of the sword family, but it is holding a sword.
Mhm.
So I have to ask.
Yeah, it's holding up us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does it mean?
So what happens with Justice card?
Yep.
When you get a Justice card in a reading,
Okay.
you cannot get away from feeling unjust, unfair.
Oh. Oh.
And if you are biased,
Okay.
or you are being lied to, or you are
Okay.
feeling that something unfair is happening to you,
Okay. Okay.
only only at that time the justice will come up.
Okay.
If a person is not feeling as if they are doing the justice, or they themselves feel like the justice is not happening to them, so it comes up when you're feeling guilty. Why? Because you're doubting yourself, constantly doubting yourself. Because what are you doing? You're questioning yourself. So what does the justice do? Even when you do not need to, like, so you need to stop that self-sabotaging. I mean, there are different aspects of a reading where you can get different types of a reading, right? So when justice comes up in a reading where the person is, sometimes what happens, the time when we decide to get an astrology reading or a tarot reading is when we are in the midst of something we just cannot get out,
Yeah.
right? We just cannot get out of, we are confused, we are unable to make a decision or what do you want to do. Either we want to understand ourselves better, or we want to have an outer look of what is happening right now, the consequences that are going to happen, or the the future that is going to come out of the situation that I'm right now, right? So we talk about tomorrow, and we talk about, I mean, we sometimes, these readings, what they do, or what they are meant to, even if you're not meant to uh, have that question, or have that question specifically expect that answer, it comes up because the message is there for you. In every tarot reading, you're always going to take a lot more than you were expecting. Why? Because the spiritual realm is giving you the messages that they have been holding up. And when the justice card comes, it tells you to just do justice with yourself and do justice with other. You need to cut the bullshit.
Yes.
You need to cut that string of thoughts that is against you. You need to cut the justice or the decision or the situation and be fair, or let the justice come to you. That is what the justice card is all about.
Okay.
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 One of the interesting situations that I've seen in a reading, when justice card comes next to the fool card,
Okay.
right? What's happening there? The person is stopping themselves again and again from taking a new step, going on to a new journey, starting a new project,
So they're
doing something new in their
okay.
life.
They're introspecting.
Yeah. So you need to do justice there because you need to do that for yourself. And by not
Okay.
doing that, you're not doing justice for yourself.
Okay.
So you need to you need to
Okay.
like get that, leave that behind, do
Okay.
justice for yourself, and then do whatever you want to do. Right?
Okay, Himani. So thanks a lot. So this was the part one, and so this was the part one. So in the part two, we'll discuss about rest of the sword cards and a
Mm-hmm.
little bit. I have a set of questionnaire, so I'll ask her also,
Okay.
right? So yeah, this was the part one. So bye for now. We'll meet very soon.